All right. Shame on me. I should probably give these guys more credit and more top billing in these videos as I'm talking to you and bloggers and broadcasters all over the country with their particular teams. And typically, just as we go in order, you save the offensive line for last. But this is a sore spot, and it's arguably the most important unit for any football team. I see where Tashawn Manning's gone and Bratavius Ham's gone, Bradarius Ham. Other than that, a lot of guys back, 3 seniors back, but the offensive line has not been up to grade recently.
It definitely hasn't. And that's been the case for maybe 3, maybe 4 seasons now. Pretty much this group that we're talking about. And, this is difficult for me because these guys get no love, but when things are not going well, they get all the hate. But the game of football is very simple. It is a game of inches. Offensive line and defensive line win the football game every single time. And that's really what's been the problem with Auburn's offense over the last few seasons. We can talk about inconsistent quarterback play, wide receiver drops, things like that. But really, this is where it begins and ends with football. When we started the offseason, it seemed like we were going to be losing pretty much all of them. And I think there were a lot of fans, unfortunately, were being, kind of rude about it and saying, thank goodness they're all gone. Well, most of them are back. So kind of looked like a little bit of egg on the face there for the fans that are speaking about them that way. I do think that the ones we got back are probably the ones that we need. Nick Brahms, Austin Troxell, things like that. There's a lot of talent that I'm ready to see behind them get more playing time to see what combinations may or may not work. It's the time where Auburn needs to get creative and figure out who is the best team to work together offensive line, because it hasn't been working for the last few seasons. We've addressed, Tank being the talent that he is, but even as talented as you are, if you can't give him a little bit of room to absorb some contact in the secondary, then it doesn't really matter. Same thing if you can't keep your quarterback off his back or running for his life, wide receivers can't do anything anyway. So it starts with the offensive linemen. I'm hopeful for this year. I'm hesitant to be super excited about what they can do, but Auburn Tigers at their best do their best when there's not a lot of expectations. That there's something weird about that. The years that we're expected to win it all, we tank. The years that nobody expects us to do things, we're awesome. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case this year, but for a unit that has been much maligned and not had a lot of bright spots to latch onto, my hope is this is the year. I really, really do.